No more secrets. BTS's Jin was caught on camera walking alone with actor Shin Se-kyung on a quiet night, not on set. Is this part of the script or the truth you've been hiding? Did the romantic scene in the video clip "Don't Say You Love Me" turn into a real story? Who would have dared to think that an intimate look at the screen is not just acting? Is there something deeper between the two that has never been revealed to the public? And why hasn't HYB given any clarification? Seoul's night sky was so calm that night. No crowds. There are no crowds of fans. Just two figures walking slowly along the almost empty streets of the city, and when a fan's camera captured the moment, the world seemed to stop spinning. Jin, one of the members of BTS who always keeps his privacy very strictly, looked so relaxed, comfortable, even walking next to Shin Se-kyung, the actress who was his co-star in the video clip "Don't Say You Love Me." But here's the surprise that left a lot of ARMY transfixed. It's not part of the shoot. It's real. Why do the two seem so close? What was really going on behind the genie's shy smile as they were seen pausing under the streetlight? Is there anything they hide from the public? Or is this the moment when art and reality are no longer inseparable? All those questions began to arise since the short 17-second video spread on social media. The video shows Jin wearing a dark hoodie and a mask that only partially covers his face, but anyone can recognize him. Beside him, a woman in a white coat turned her head and smiled. And yes, it was Shin Se-kyung. No staff. There are no filming cameras. No crew. Just the two of them, at night, as if the world belonged only to them. As word of this spread like wildfire in the midst of the dry season, the ARMY was divided in confusion and overflowing emotions. Some try to deny, saying that this is just a coincidence, perhaps a rehearsal for a scene or just a briefing before shooting. But the voices of the others began to echo louder. If this is not a shoot, what are they doing together at such an hour? And an even more painful question for some fans: is Jin in love? Their chemistry in "Don't Say You Love Me" is undeniable. In a clip packed like a short drama with a cinematic emotional twist, Jin and Shin Se-kyung play lovers facing an emotional breakup. Jin's deep gaze, their embrace under the artificial rain, and the mute dialogue that only expressions represented made many people ask, were they just acting, or was there something much more personal between them? Shin Se-kyung, who previously amazed the public through her roles in the drama High Kick Through the Roof and the movie Taza, The Hidden Card, is known as an actress who is able to build strong chemistry with her co-stars. But this time, something was different. The comments of the staffers leaked to the media even mentioned that they do not need to be directed too often, as if already understanding each other. Is it just professionalism? Or is it because their relationship is already more than just colleagues? Does HYB know about this? Or is it beyond their knowledge? Why is there not a single official statement issued when this video has already caused great speculation? Or is the agency crafting a larger narrative, trying to save the public image from an uncontrollable reality? Interestingly, some fans began to search for clues that may have been missed so far. During one of the video clip's promotional interview sessions, when Jin was asked about his experience filming with Shin Se-kyung, he just chuckled and said, "She's so easy to work with, too easy," instead. A simple sentence that used to be taken for granted now begins to have a much more complex meaning. Is that Jin's way of conveying that he feels comfortable and not just as a coworker? Meanwhile, fans also discovered that Shin Se-kyung had uploaded a photo of the night sky with an ambiguous caption: "Some moments don't need to be published because they are too precious." Now, that sentence is considered a hard code for anyone who is observant. Was the photo taken on the same night they were caught on camera? Is this a disguised confession? What made it all the more emotional was the confession of a lighting staff member from the filming location who did not want to be named. He said, "The scene of their embrace, it was the only scene that was not repeated. Once take, done. Because it's so natural. Like it's not filming." And if that's the case, how can we tell which is acting and which is reality? ARMY, which has been known as the most loyal and protective lineup of BTS members, is now faced with an emotional dilemma. Should they feel betrayed? Or is it time they let the Jin have their personal lives like ordinary humans? The reaction of netizens was divided. Some expressed full support, judging that Jin, as a human being who has worked relentlessly and contributed so much love to the public, deserves to have someone by his side. But not a few were disappointed, feeling that Jin should have been more careful in taking care of fans' feelings, especially in the sensitive times ahead of BTS's big comeback. Is this the beginning of something that will be officially announced? Or, on the contrary, will it be completely silenced so as not to develop into even wilder rumors? One thing is for sure, Jin is no longer just an idol who plays in romantic drama video clips. That night, on the quiet streets of Seoul, he showed the human side that had been hidden behind the camera and grand stage. And Shin Se-kyung? Maybe not just a co-star, but someone who has touched the deepest side of a man named Kim Seokjin. What's really going on behind their eyes? Is this just the beginning of a bigger confession? Or will this story be buried as a deliberate misunderstanding? And why, amid all this speculation, did the genie remain silent? Can love be hidden forever if it has been caught in the nightlight? Or is the world ready to accept the fact that the biggest star in the K-pop sky has finally chosen someone to share her light? Their footsteps that night were so slow, as if they were trying to slow down time. Not only because of the calm atmosphere of the evening, but because every second counts. The cameras recording the moment were not at close range, but even from afar, their body language exuded a warmth that could not be hidden. Jin's arm that had moved as if to protect, Shin Se-kyung's brief gaze that looked full of meaning, and the moment when they stopped for a moment, staring at each other before continuing the step. There was no dialogue, yet the atmosphere spoke too much, and this is where the bigger question arises. Is this their only night together? Or have there been more moments like this that have escaped the public's eyes? Is it true that this is just a professional meeting outside the filming schedule? Or is there a relationship that has been established for a long time and they have managed to keep it quiet? The next surprise came from the statement of a wardrobe staff from the video clip project who leaked the astonishing thing accidentally while live on his personal account. I love seeing them. Even outside of filming, they still take care of each other. Even during breaks, they sit together. Not all actors can be that harmonious if only colleagues. The sentence was cut short by another question and the staff looked panicked and closed the live. But everything was enough. The public caught the signal. It was from there that the wave of searches for clues began. ARMY, as always, became the sharpest detective. Some began to dig back into old interviews, paying attention to Jin's every move and tone of voice, and found some things that gave goosebumps. Like when Jin was asked who her favorite actress was in a 2022 interview, she replied briefly, "I like actresses who are simple, emotionally strong, and know when to talk or be quiet." Some fans believe the description points to Shin Se-kyung, who is known for being very private, not much of a sensation, and has a clean professional track record. And then, one surprising fact emerges. Shin Se-kyung follows Jin's account secretly through her second account, which many people don't know about. A fan with keen observation found that an account with an unknown name liked all of Jin's posts in a matter of seconds, even when Jin had just posted them. After searching, the account had a name similar to the name of the drama character Shin had played. A coincidence? Or a deliberately disguised signal? Things get even more heated when one of the fans discovers that Jin and Shin Se-kyung were in the same location before the project even started. In one Instagram post, the makeup artist shared 2 cups of coffee and the caption, "Waiting for 2 of the calmest people I've ever held my face." The same location as the restaurant was later found to be where Shin ate 2 days before their first shoot began. From 2 cups of coffee, that suspicion grew. But what makes it all feel so emotional and so real is how Jin has been behaving lately. On several live occasions, he appeared calmer, deeper when answering questions, and was even more often seen smiling without cause. The ARMY began to realize something had changed from the genie. Not a bad change. Quite the opposite. But this change made many hearts hurt, because for the first time, many felt that Jin no longer belonged to the stage, but was dividing his heart with others. However, not all reactions came on a positive note. Some fans are starting to feel lost. Many wrote comments such as, "I know Jin are human too, but why does it feel like they're being left behind quietly?" Or, "We love you unconditionally, Jin, but may we know who you put in your heart before us." And HYB? As if choosing silence. There is no official statement. There is no clarification. There's not even a tra. That night may have passed, but the waves it caused have not yet subsided. It's getting bigger. After the intimate video of Jin and Shin Se-kyung spread and burned the internet with various speculations, one inevitable question arose. How did the other BTS members react? Do they know? Are they supportive? Or do they just quietly refuse? Many immediately pointed to the figure of RM, the leader of the group, who is known to be calm and full of control. But who would have thought, of all the members, the most emotional reaction came from Jimin. At a live held 2 days after the video went viral, Jimin suddenly stopped talking for more than a minute. He looked at the blank screen and finally said in a low voice, "Sometimes what we keep, we can't necessarily have. But if that makes her happy, maybe that's enough." ARMY, who watched the live, immediately felt that there was something more than just ordinary comments. Is Jimin implying that he knew about Jin and Shin Se-kyung's relationship long before the public found out? Or did the statement come from a deeper heart? Could it be that Jimin harbored feelings for one of them? The question tore fans' emotions to shreds because, once again, behind the smiles of the idols lies a reality that can never be fully known to the public. And what about Taehyung? In an Instagram story post that only lasted a few minutes, he posted a picture of the sunset and wrote, "The sun goes down not because it loses, but because it's time to run out." The sentence seems beautiful, philosophical, but when juxtaposed with Jin and Shin Se-kyung's moment, the meaning seems to change. Some ARMY believed it was a form of farewell, or even a subtle allusion from Taehyung to someone. But who?
To Jin? To Se-kyung?
Or to himself? Jungkook, who is known to be very close to Jin, also looks more reserved than usual. On her latest V-Live broadcast, when she was asked by fans, "Are you happy now?" he just smiled, then replied quietly, "If it makes her smile like she used to, then yes, I think she's happy." The comments contain more than just support. He implies that the previous genie may not have been really happy. Does that mean Shin Se-kyung is bringing new light into Jin's life? Is there a wound that Jin has been hiding? We know that BTS members are not just colleagues. They're family. They know each other's hearts, even when the world doesn't. So, if they're silent, it does not mean that they do not know. It could be that they are protecting Jin from the storm, just like they have always protected each other since the first debut. But the next question is much more jarring. What will HYB do about this situation? HYB is known to be very protective of her artist image, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. History already records how vehemently the agency reacted to dating rumors that could jeopardize a major project. But this time, the situation is different. Jin is not just an idol. It is an icon. And more than that, he was an adult man who had already been drafted into the army, who had fought long enough and probably felt it was time to live not just for the stage, but for himself. But until this news was revealed, HYB still chose to remain silent. No media release. No official posts. Only silence enveloped. And this silence gave rise to even wilder speculation. A fan account on Twitter even posted a reply email from HYB customer service that read, "We can't provide a response regarding our artist's personal life." A sentence that sounds like a denial, but also like a veiled confession. Even more surprising, an internal leak emerged from someone who claimed to be a former production staff of MV Don't Say You Love Me. In a long thread on a K-pop community forum, the person wrote that Jin and Shin Se-kyung had known each other long before the MV project started. In fact, according to the source, it was Jin who directly asked Shin as his co-star. She said she just wanted someone who could make her really feel this script. The source wrote, "Did I ask the request purely professional?" Or is it because there is something we have never seen before? The leak also mentioned that the scenes in the MV, especially the part where Jin hugs Shin with tears dripping, were improvised. It was not part of the initial script.